Brother Ausar here, Shanti. Today, this morning rather, the snow is falling. The whiteness and the purity of it all may be devastating to some, but it's very esoteric and symbolic to the rest of us. I decided to spend a lot of these days home instead of venturing out too much and going back and forth to the gym like I usually do, but that's really neither here or there. But today I want to talk about is demonic hijacking. This is a subject that has been on my mind quite often because it's been happening quite often. And what I mean by demonic hijacking, I've been seeing, we've looked at random acts of violence, not so much random, but we see an extreme form of violence, i.e., a massive shooting, spouses getting murdered by their mistresses, or people being killed on their job, but religious leaders being killed at church or whatnot. We had the Charleston Nine, and recently from January and February, we've seen attacks at churches. Whether you've heard about it via the internet, or I follow certain YouTube channels that cover these type of things, because the mainstream media, media, is not going to plaster that all over the place. But that's why we're here. That's our job, to bring it to attention. But back to the whole thing of demonic hijacking. I've been watching a lot of videos about, like I said, pastors being either violently, attacked, or whether it be, they're caught in an affair, or some of the most recent ones I've saw, it was an attack of a pastor at his own church by this person, by this random guy that he was trying to help. I've seen another, most recently in Florida. This pastor was working a full-time job, support his kids, his 3 sons, and he was murdered by one of his co-workers, and they come to find out that people say he was, in parentheses, mentally ill, or because he would walk around the workplace. According to them, he would walk around the workplace just talking to himself. I talk to myself, but I'm usually, I call it, it's called active meditating. He would laugh out loud, out of nowhere. It'd be perfectly quiet and nobody would be saying anything, and he just busts out laughing for no reason. Another thing, they said that he used to talk about demons a lot for no apparent reason. And when the news finally showed the man's face, he just covered in tattoos. And you could just look into this man's eyes and tell that there was nothing human residing there. So I'm bringing this topic up because it's not random acts of violence. It's not nothing to do with nobody being mentally ill. These are demonic hijackings. It's no longer, this is an all-out assault against us light workers, us beings here of the divine light, to combat these things. Because the last battle that we fight is spiritual, and we are in the middle of it. It's like, but we're so outnumbered that any person with logical sense is saying that they would look at the ratio of us against them. There's no way y'all could beat this, but we can, and we will. I look at it now is that they're now, we've never really played nice, but they're really just all in our face with it now. And we have to have that same tenacity that we have, but we got to use it, with the light that is our power. We can't be malicious and malevolent like they are because of who and what we are. But I'm also bringing this topic up is that we have to stop being so complacent and being fearful and being in doubt, because as long as we sit here, the longer we sit here and remain dormant, locked up in our houses, or afraid to step out into our purpose, the more these attacks and assaults are going to happen. We can intervene here as we can here in the ether, as above, so below. But talking about it and actually doing it are two totally different things. Faith without works is dead. We all heard that in the Bible at one point or not, whether you affiliate yourself with the Christian church or not. But there's a lot of things within the Bible that are true, and they are coming to pass right before our eyes. And I say that no matter what background you are, whether it's, Celtic, from the Nordic pantheon, the Egyptian pantheon, the Hindu pantheon, there are beings of light that are resonating with the same mission to conquer these beings and attack and win this war, this battle that they're waging against us. Because February is almost over. In like 10 more days, whatever today's date is, this month will be over, and we're going into March. And I'm going about on faith that these attacks will decline, because we are actually fighting. But I also say that we need to be out here in the world, letting the light and the love shine, because I think a good offense is a great defense, and our defense is the love and the light that we supposed to be fostering and supposed to be exemplifying on a daily basis. I know it's hard to love those who don't love you. It's kind of hard to wish blessings upon your own enemies, but that's what we have to do. We will find ourselves to have greater peace within ourselves and more confidence in the work that we're doing, because these malevolent beings ain't playing no games. They don't care about where you are in your journey. They don't care how strong or how weak you are. They're just going to do what they do, and it's to disrupt and destroy. For all of those of you who just had your spiritual awakening, I'm sorry. It feels as though you woke up in the middle of a burning house, because you did. London Bridge is falling down, and you've been woken up because we need your help. I mean, I can't make that any more plainer or simpler. I can't simplify that any more than what I already can. We need your help, because we're out. Number one, we're outnumbered, and two, what they have in numbers, we maximize in our power. Take the minute to really think about that. But that power is not effective if we're not using it. So, where I stand in the midst of all this, I'm not happy about it. I don't like it. It's put more of a strain on my mental and my spiritual, energy as it is. But that's what we incarnated here to do. And so as going forth from this day forward, we need to really think about the activity of our daily lives. Is it really helping raise the vibration and to raise the frequency so we can better combat these beings, or are we just prolonging the ineffectiveness that we have lying inside us right now? I feel as though that this video is going to be a precursor to many more of these type of videos to come. But I just have to pretty much throw this bone out there, plant these seeds in your head, and so you could be more mindful of the things that we're seeing, and not only just on Medea, but in our daily lives. Because you know, only light can drive out the darkness. Martin Luther King said that, and it's said to be true. But that light can't work if we're not shining it. So, as in any other video, please feel free to chime in, give your thoughts and opinions. A battle plan. I mean, I learned that from my years in the military. You know, we need to really make sure that our daily lives is reflected upon our purpose, not just posting, you know, affirmations and memes on our social media accounts and hoping that that's working, because it takes more than just a meme to win this battle. All right, peace, love, and light.